I was always interested in science, and I really wanted to have a college degree. Neither of my parents graduated from high school, and so that was really important to me. But my dad wanted to be sure that I had a trade, that I could have a good job. And so I became a medical technologist. I only did that for a couple of years. Marge Lossier, who was a mentor of mine when I worked in Jacksonville, actually worked here at Northeast Georgia in the early 90s. And she introduced me to the CEO, John Ferguson, in 1998, and through a series of conversations, they actually offered me a job. And I remember going out to the car after that last meeting with John. I said, I think he's going to offer me a job. And she said, I think you'll be CEO one day. I had no aspiration to be a CEO. It wasn't anything that I had set as a goal. As some have said, this found me, and this was where I believe I was supposed to be.
Carol is the best team builder and team leader that I have ever been around.
If you follow her down the halls, you are going to see that she knows people by name and they feel comfortable approaching her. She develops that rapport with frontline staff because she cares to get to know them.
She has, I think, a unique ability to lead equally with her head and her heart.
She is a humble leader, always thinking about the organization first. She often says, don't strive to be liked, be respected. And that internal compass is what helps her make the hard decisions when she has to.
We will forever think of her when we hear any one of these three phrases. Everything touches everything. Doing the right things for the right reasons. Better tomorrow than we are today.
We are driven by our mission, improving the health of our community in all that we do. And so understanding what the needs are, meeting those needs, having the right care at the right place at the right time, and making sure that we also recognize our responsibility as an economic engine for this region as well.
When she started, we had one hospital right here in Gainesville. Now we have 5 hospitals and we're a true health system. During Carol's tenure, we have built the Brazelton Hospital. We have the tower right here in Gainesville that we're about to open. It's a 900,000 square foot tower with new ED, a new operating platform. We have purchased Burrell County Hospital, we have purchased Lumpkin County Hospital, and we have purchased Habersham. We have also opened numerous MOBs, primary cares, specialty clinics, and quick cares. But not only bricks and mortar, we have also really focused since COVID on our telehealth, and that has been wildly successful.
We've taken on a lot at one time. We've had advisors that have come in and that say, you need to narrow all these priorities. You can only do 1 or 2 things at a time. And my question always was, well, which one should I not do? Because if you take your eye off the ball in one area, you're going to lose in the other area.
She has pushed the organization into system thinking, and her system strategic planning and implementation has done wonders.
Carol leaves the legacy of many firsts for our organization, being Georgia's #1 heart hospital, receiving the Thomson Reuters Top 100, and receiving the Everest Award for Most Improvement, our emergency cardiac care designations. There are a host of notable firsts that our organization has received under her leadership. But more importantly than that, she has left a lasting legacy on our culture.
I think about being better tomorrow than we are today on multiple levels. First of all, personally, I'm about to retire and I am still learning. I think about it on an organizational level. In this fast-paced industry that we're in, we have to be looking ahead.
Carol has guided the strategic direction of this organization almost like a rudder at the back of the boat, not someone at the front of the boat pulling the rest of us along.
When I became CEO, I recognized the very rich culture that we had here at Northeast Georgia. I knew that we were in for a lot of growth, a lot of challenges ahead, but we didn't have really a common language, and there seemed to be a level of frustration that all of our goals weren't aligned, yet everybody loved the organization.
Early on, some people were a little resistant to talk about that, thinking it was fluff. But Carol insisted that this was something that the organization needed to do.
That process really helped to define and put common language to what our culture is about. It really helps to set expectations around behaviors and actions of how we conduct our business. I did not fully comprehend the impact that it was going to have over these last years and the growth that we've experienced.
At the Brazelton campus, those core values are spelled out. And I was there for a meeting one day, and I was walking by and just reflecting on those values. And a gentleman was there cleaning up from the lunch crowd. And he said, "Do you know what those mean?" And I said, "Well, I'm reading them now." And he said, "They're not just words. This is what we do every single day." And I thought, this is what it's all about.
One of my funny stories that I like to joke about with Carol is about her public speaking. When she was very new in her CEO tenure, she was not very comfortable delivering speeches, which is very ironic to think about now because she's such a great public speaker. So when I first started working with her in the chief of staff role, I was writing a lot of her speeches that she was delivering, and she was doing a great job. But I remember one presentation that she gave that really probably didn't go very well. And I'll always remember people came up to me after that and said, "That was so amazing. Carol was so amazing. She is just amazing." And I remember thinking to myself, it really was not that amazing. But what is amazing is Carol's impact on a room. And I told her that story and I said, "You have some sort of magic that I can't really put my finger on."
My parting advice, and actually a charge, is that the organization continue to be focused and be intentional about the core values and the core competencies. There will need to be some courageous decisions made in the future, but if you have that solid foundation in your values and your culture and be true to the mission, you'll be successful to accomplish anything.
Carol is what I call a unicorn leader that can be 1, inspiring, 2, a visionary, 3, innovative, and 4, a master at her craft. Those are very, very hard to find a leader that is that well-rounded, and that is Carol Burrell.
Most leaders are looking to make their mark, to leave a legacy of what I did. Carol is all about the team and what has the organization accomplished.
She is truly a servant leader.
I feel very blessed and honored to have been in this role, and it's been an incredible journey and one that I'm very proud of.